Amidst dense vegetation are hidden worlds with complex creatures and more hidden artifacts and civilizations than anywhere else in the world combined. This leaves millions of undiscovered species all throughout the world's dense jungles and forests, housing these hidden creatures as well as ancient civilizations, secret government projects, and other impossible to detect phenomena occurring in the middle of these dense greeneries. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we will be going over 5 mysterious jungle discoveries that cannot be explained and what they could mean for the residents living in the area. The 50-foot Congo Snake. Back in 1959, when the Belgian Air Force occupied the Democratic Republic of the Congo, a colonel by the name of Remy van Lierde made a startling discovery as he was flying over the rainforests of the Congo. There were 3 people on the flight, himself, a pilot, and a photographer, as they were attempting to get surveillance information of the forest below them on their journey to another military base. Suddenly, the colonel noticed what appeared to be a large snake over 50 feet in length and lifting its body more than 10 feet high. The colonel reportedly told the pilot to turn around so they could get better photographs of the creature, and hovered for a while in the helicopter before they realised they were low enough to be within striking distance of the snake. It's believed the team encountered a large titanosaur in the region, and that if the estimates by the colonel were correct, the creature was the largest snake to have ever existed. Although no photographs of the creature exist, many people believe the event to be that of a military cover-up, as only the testimony of Colonel Remy van Lierde exists today, despite the other passengers on the flight. Interestingly enough, since the sighting, there has been many other claims from tourists in the region of encountering massive anaconda-like creatures that can lift their bodies more than 10 feet in the air and are somewhere between 30 to 40 feet in length. Given snakes at such sizes existed in the prehistoric past, this could very well be a surviving descendant of the titanosaur and exist in the oxygen-rich areas of the Congo Basin. No other explanations exist for these continued sightings to this day. Devil's Tramping Ground. Out in North Carolina, locals of the area have found an unexplainable region of the nearby forest that seems to deny all logic and reasoning. The area is referred to as the Devil's Tramping Ground, as it appears to be completely devoid of growth of any kind, similar to that seen of a large animal or beast stomping around in a circle without rest. The strange and mysterious 40-foot ring of compacted blackened soil has been the talk of local legends since the discovery of the region found right beside Silver City, located in North Carolina 10 miles west of the location. The local residents claim that almost every night, if someone visits this odd and mysterious location, you will be able to see a dark spirit stomping on the ground in anger and leading to the region's blackened, compacted state. The location is so strange that even the North Carolina State Department of Agriculture had spent years taking samples of the soil in this area, but is still yet to come up with an explanation for why the 40-foot radius is completely devoid of life of any kind. Experts originally believed that perhaps there was a more scientific approach to the whole situation, believing that maybe a lack of nutrients in the soil or a spawning ground for insects could be the reason for the blackened, compacted state. Studies came back inconclusive to any of those results, and by the standards of the tests held by the North Carolina State Department of Agriculture, the soil should be some of the most fertile soil in the region. Today, experts are still uncertain as to what can be causing this blackened, compacted soil, and many paranormal investigators have stayed out most nights to watch the region, but failed to spot anything supernatural or paranormal causing the Devil's Tramping Ground. The Bridgewater Triangle. Definitely one of the strangest and most well-reported areas featuring mysterious sightings is that of the Bridgewater Triangle. The Bridgewater Triangle is similar to that of the Bermuda Triangle, in which it seems that strange and anomalous properties focus their events to encompass an area spanning roughly 200 square miles and encompasses the majority of southeastern Massachusetts located in the United States. The land itself is determined via referencing specific boundaries such as the towns Abington, Rehoboth, and Freetown that make up the 3 points of the triangle, and create an area of land in between that seems to be a focused area of paranormal activity. These dense, forested areas seem to hold a wide variety of different unexplainable sightings, along with terrifying encounters with monsters and supernatural entities. Many have reportedly encountered numerous different types of Sasquatch in the area, seen large birds flying overhead that are commonly described as massive thunderbirds, encounter strange animal mutilations that seem to be the work of darker cults and ritual sacrifices, as well as evidence and artifacts of ancient native tribes and peoples cursing the land or revering the land as cursed and supernatural. This has led to a wide variety of strange disappearances as well, of which left locals blaming the unexplainable paranormal phenomenon as the cause of these tragedies. Interestingly enough, a man by the name of Loren Coleman ran a study on the area, of which he later published back in 1970 in his book Mysteries America, where he details individual witness accounts and their effect on those of whom witnessed these strange events. To this day, there seems to be no real explanation as to the cause of the mass amounts of sightings, disappearances, or the strange nature of the dense forested areas in the region. The forgotten town of Boston, Ohio. Many people have already forgotten about the town of Boston, Ohio, and what terrible tragedy has occurred in the small town many decades ago. For those that are unaware of the circumstances surrounding the town, the explanation seems all the more strange. Back in 1974, a new executive order was passed by the US President that specified the entire town of Boston, Ohio was to no longer exist and instead be converted into that of a national park. This led the National Park Superintendent, William Birdsall, to introduce himself to the community during that year, which would later see him as the prime antagonist of the town. After many legal loopholes were broken and the town was secured by the government, with the townspeople forced to leave or made homeless, the military stepped in and finished the job by burning every last standing building to the ground. Interestingly enough, William Birdsall was not a name in any previous reports or seems to have a record of any kind before this public appearance, and at the end of the formation of the national park, on the day he was fired as a civil servant, he experienced a sudden massive heart attack and died in his office as he was holding the box to put his belongings into. This led to a wide variety of conspiracy theories surrounding the event, believing the town to be at the centre of strange reports that caused the government to completely burn down the town and allow the forest grow back over the region. Despite many having originally claimed the area would be turned into a public national park for people, to this day it is seen as a federal crime to be trespassing anywhere near the area that can allow the government to shoot on sight if anyone approaches the designated national park location. This provides overwhelming proof that the logic and original motivation from the United States federal government was an outright lie, and the true underlying causes for this occurrence is completely unknown. The Sheepsquatch of South America. Similar to that of its Sasquatch counterpart, the Sheepsquatch of South America stands at over 9 feet tall and seems to be a strange hybrid of a large woolly man with the face of a ram and the large curling horns to match. The creature is believed to be native to South American jungles, with a number of eyewitness reports of the creature coming out through jungles and scaring locals in the region. Interestingly enough, there has also been reports of the creature up in North America. Back in 1995, an incident involving a group of campers out in the forest at night in an area located around a dense forest featured the monster in its entirety. According to the group of campers, they hear what originally was described as the huffing and snorting of a bear in the region, only for the large Sheepsquatch creature to come running out of the bushes and attempt to attack them. Although they ran away completely unharmed, they claimed they could hear the monster's terrible screams chasing them through the forest. Witness reports of the creature today vary from that of the creature running on 2 legs or crawling around on all 4s, with a long tail behind it. Regardless of these variations in witness account, they all compare the monster to that of a ram and give it the name the Sheepsquatch. Today, the creature is known to inhabit mountainous regions all throughout North America and make appearances throughout the denser South American jungles. There has been no cause for the explanation of the creature, and it appears that any further evidence surrounding the creature's existence is up for question. But what do you all think of these 5 strange and mysterious jungle mysteries found from all around the world, and what they could mean for local residents of the area? Be sure to let us know in the comments down below, and be sure to share your answers and questions about the video. Hopefully, as we continue to grow our community, we will one day be able to solve these unexplainable mysteries. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.